So it's about the middle of the month. I've got COVID, so I'm feeling a bit rough, so you're just going to get some rough videos, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just the way it is. And yeah, in the middle of the month I like to do a seedling update video, and so they're all behind me here, so this is pretty easy for me to do, so let's just have a look. So I do have a few seedlings that I'm still meant to be sowing this month left over, but this is the vast majority of them. And so we've got a few Asian greens in the back tray here, tatsoi, pak choi and joy choi. I don't know what happened to those there. I think maybe when my daughter was watering the tomatoes or something, I don't know what she did, but drowned them or something, I don't know. But in the main, they're doing okay. I don't need very many joy choi, to be honest, in this early sowing. These are actually intended to go into hanging baskets that are going to be on my main growing frame in the back garden, because the peas on there now are finished. So it'll be nice to get rid of those and to get something nice up there again. Now I've got my lettuces, Navara, Canasta, Grenoble Red and Flashy something. I always just put Flashy because I can't be bothered to write the whole thing out. But anyway, I'll put it up. I've actually been really pleased with it over summer. It's a really pretty looking leaf, but it's grown really strongly no matter what the weather's thrown at it. And yeah, I've just been really pleased with it. So I've never grown it in autumn or winter again, but I've thought I'll give it a try. And then we've got some Black Magic Tuscan Kale, some Nero de Toscana, again that's a Tuscan Kale. I'm doing quite a lot of kale, I always do at this time of year. We don't eat a huge amount of it during summer, but of course it's a great crop, particularly in spring when you start it this late, and we'll still get some crop off it obviously over winter as well. And I've also got some dwarf green there, and I've got a few other lettuces, so I've got little gems which I generally plant in between the chicories. I've got this super red lettuce which I just got for free, so I thought I'd give it a try. Germination wasn't very good. Then I got some Rikia, which is a kind of a lollo type, a green lollo. I actually haven't liked it over summer. The leaves have been too tough. In winter it's really beautiful in spring, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay in autumn. And then we've got some chicory, and this is a kind of salad chicory. It's not a red one. It's a sort of yellow with red freckles, so it's a bit, I suppose it's a bit like this in the way that it looks once it's mature. It's not worth doing a lot of chicory, I don't think, but that's just enough for one little bed, and we'll give that a go. And then I've got my late crop of chard. And you know, hopefully this is the crop that won't go to seed. Quite a lot of the other chard that we've got started to go to seed now because of the hot weather. Oh, and I've got some Savoy cabbages. Now I know it's a bit late for Savoy cabbages, but I think it's maybe just possible that I might get some sort of crop. I do like Savoy cabbage leaves, so even if it doesn't heart up, yeah, I'll still be quite happy just picking the outer leaves of the plants. So that'll be fine. And I've got some golden beetroot, and I've got some guardsman salad onions, and these I'm particularly pleased with because although there's some slight damage because of the heat to the ends of the leaves here where they've kind of dried out a little bit, they're looking pretty strong, stronger than onions normally sown at this time of year. And yeah, I've got a lot of spring onions there, let me just show you. So I planted these Summerland, and so these are interplanted into my storage beetroot beds, and they're looking really nice. These were recommended to me and they're looking great at the moment. I did try and start some direct sown brassicas, but I sowed them like a month and a half ago, and they're tiny little plants by comparison with ones I sowed 3 weeks ago, which are almost the same size and looking healthier, so I'm not really sure whether I'm going to even bother leaving those in. So these are some of the onions, look, and they're already, as I say, going to seed. So these are growing from sets. I don't overly worry about it, obviously, as long as it's a small percentage, because we do need to eat some onions straight away. So as long as it's sort of 5 to 10%, we don't really worry. So I've got some more Summerland here. And then I've got these, which, these are weird. I don't know what's happened with these. So I think these are Leela, and obviously I've been eating Leela for months and months, but this particular batch just didn't really grow. They're tiny. I planted these back in March, April time, and they just stood there. They've started putting on a bit of growth now, but I'm really mystified by what happened to them, because if you compare those with my main bed of Leela, which is here, and obviously some of these are going to seed as well, but I just underestimated the quantity that I'd actually sown here. So this was a huge bed, and we've been eating this bed and its companion bed that was down here, interplanted with these parsnips, which I do recommend as a technique. I mean, these parsnips look fine, and yeah, they had another huge bed of salad onions interplanted with them, so they did great. And the only other sort of seedling progress news that I can show you here in the garden is these little tomatoes. So these are my late crop of determinate tomatoes. These are Tumblr, and it wasn't long ago that I put these out. Actually, it was only, I don't know, I put the date up a couple of weeks ago, and they've grown incredibly fast by comparison with these, for example, which are the ones that I planted out months ago, well, back in the end of May probably, and you know, they're a bit further on, but not a lot further on, and then those are some more of the late ones, and there are more of the late ones there. So the late ones are really catching up. I mean, that is the idea really, is just to provide a sort of continuous supply of these, because they are really lovely. Because what I find is that they're quite like the determinants, they're quite short-lived plants really. They give you a huge harvest over a short period and then they're done. So my name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.